Stop thief. One crisp day, Thomas stood at Farquhar, the top station of his branch line. He had run round Annie and Clarabelle after the morning journey and was enjoying a short rest before the run back down the valley. His driver and fireman stood beside his cab, talking to the guard who had brought some startling news. You may think this is a joke, but did you know that the station master was burgled last night? Thomas's driver shook his head. You don't say. I didn't know he had anything worth stealing, like jewellery, or a television, or maybe a telephone. He's won cups for gardening. All of them have been taken, and then the scoundrels had the cheek to pinch his car to carry them away in. Not that new one he's so proud of, that's painted red. I'm afraid so, the guard nodded. And at that moment, the signal rose to show that the line was clear. Oh, look at that, the signal rose. It's time we better get going. Right, off we go, Thomas. The driver and fireman climbed into Thomas's cab. The guard blew his whistle, waved his green flag, and got into Clarabelle, and Thomas set off out of the station. Thomas's journey was going well, but he was a little bit concerned about the station master's car and his gardening cups. By the time they were through the tunnel, the train was running nicely. Road and railway were beside each other here, with only a stream between them. Thomas remembered his race with Bertie the bus. He had only won because he could go through the hill, while Bertie had to go over it. Everything was going well for him. Just then, a flash of colour on the road ahead caught his eye. He tried to go faster to look more closely. Steady, Thomas, said his driver. There's plenty of time. Can't we get closer to that car? Panted Thomas. It looks like station masters to me. Lots of cars look like that, laughed his driver, but he opened the regulator and they began to draw level. There were two men in the car. They waved and grinned when they saw Thomas and tried to go faster when they realised what they were looking at him for. That's the car all right, Thomas, said the fireman, and those two must be the thieves, but we can't stop them and they'll be gone long before the next station. The driver quickly thought of a solution. I've got it! We need pencil, paper and something to put a note in, the driver said. We'll throw a message out at the next signal box. Quickly, in no time at all, he wrote the note and they put it in the fireman's empty lunch tin. Then drawing ahead of the car, Thomas whistled loudly to attract the signalman's attention. They slowed down enough so that the fireman could throw the box up to him. The signalman caught it, and as they went past, both driver and fireman, along with Thomas, called out, "Police!" at the top of their voices. By now, the stolen car and the cups and the thieves had gone well ahead, and Thomas did not see them again. But the signalman telephoned police headquarters at once, and the thieves were stopped at a roadblock about 10 miles further on. "This is a roadblock here. You two step out the vehicle. You are under arrest for theft of a station master's car and gardening cups. We have you surrounded. Do not go anywhere." The two men gave in and were swiftly placed under arrest by the police. That afternoon, the Vat Controller travelled in Annie to Farquhar. The rest of the day for Thomas had been uneventful and no more troubles had occurred. When he arrived at the top station, he and the station master climbed onto a porter's trolley. They told the passengers the whole story, and the station master thanked Thomas, his driver and his fireman for their prompt action. The passengers cheered loudly, and they cheered even more when they heard that the station master's gardening cups had all been found undamaged in a sack in the boot of the car. "A long time ago," said the Vat Controller, holding his hand up for silence, and everybody else listened, "Thomas showed how valuable he is to the smooth running of my railway. I am sure you will all agree that today he has once again proved himself to be a really useful engine." Everyone clapped and cheered, and Thomas, feeling very pleased, blew his whistle loudly. Once again, he had proven that day he was a really useful engine.